Oh, Jesus Christ, that's just gone loud. Right, how the hell can I find... Where's my Twitch thing?
Should I like mute? Should I mute my mic until we start, just in case?
It's on now. It started.
But we're live.
Yeah. Apparently, I don't know if anyone's here. I've got to press the buttons.
Slick as you like.
So well slick. Totally slick.
That feels good.
It does feel good. Feels epic.
Do you know where you are? Do you know where you are?
Right, so look,
Yeah.
I think that's
No, I'm in the void
hello.
with the Turis logo here.
Right, hang on. I'm gonna just turn that off. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Well, if you're here early, you're here early. We're just gonna wait for some people and press some buttons because, as you might have figured out, we don't actually really stream. So this is the first time for us, which is why I think down there we have Chris and Ben, who are the other half of Turis Station team from Canada. At the bottom, Rob, you'll know. And give us a minute, we'll get some more people in, and I'll try and find where the friggin' hell this button is to see if I need to do something on Twitch.
This is fantastic.
It's going to blow your mind, Chris.
My mind's already been blown. I'm about to have a nap.
It's like 12 o'clock there, no? Isn't it? It's like midday.
Yeah.
That's fine. You've been drinking.
But it all depends on when you've gone to bed and when you've woken up.
How you doing? Is this how you're meant to talk on Twitch? We just don't know.
What is going on, guys?
What's going on? Like and subscribe wherever the subscribe button is. I literally don't know where the hell Twitch has gone. I pressed the button on StreamYard and now we're here.
I've just been searching Twitch for Turis Station. It's not even on Turis Station. It's on 6-Bit Glitch.
Oh yeah, I have posted. I
don't even have a Turis Station on Twitch.
Reverend, in the game, where are you?
Merry Christmas.
I'm about.
It's on noobs.com/Turis Station.
All right, have a look.
Oh, is Lloyd meant to be doing nudes again?
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
He never stopped.
Oh, I'm gonna go check out this water fountain.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pop on and deal with the thing because I think there we go. That's better. Something going on there? Yeah, it's kind of working. Well, this is a bit of a test for our network server because we haven't had this many people on since we switched it over. So if it implodes, we'll say Merry Christmas and send a bunch of stuff out.
But if it doesn't implode, no Merry Christmas at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, nobody gets nothing.
That's right.
Well,
Because,
why don't we do a test to see if it is working? I will go and hide. Where am I? I'm there. Although I shouldn't really stream the fact that I'm going to hide. Right, I'm going to go and quickly hide, and you won't be able to see me. And I want everyone to come and find me. And whoever can find me, I'll give you a bunch of stuff. As a test, we'll see if it works.
I know where you're hiding. Near the vending machine, obviously. Get yourself some bland.
That would make things a lot smoother, wouldn't it?
A lot more normal.
A lot
Regular.
more not exciting.
That would take all the excitement away from this moment.
Yeah, that's right.
It'd be like medicine in a larger container.
Are you way too excited? You like calming yourself down? You like cutting off your wings? The antithesis to Red Bull.
Right, just for a minute, I'm gonna put that there. No, that's not working. Holy crap. God damn it. Well, no, I'm not putting that there. I think there might be a little bit of a weird lag on the server thing again. Fantastic.
I think there's a bit of a lag.
I'm gonna give that a little...
I just showed up on the train. I've been all over the place. Whew.
I think I'm gonna sell green soup at the wizard market.
Ben, good segue. What's a wizard? While I
What's
press
a
the buttons.
wizard?
What's it?
What isn't a wizard, Charles?
So much wizard lore.
The best part of the wizards.
We should have like 5 quick fun facts for wizards. Like both sexes don a beard. Yes, did you know that? Female and male wizards wear have a full beard. Yeah. Fun facts.
Right, how's that looking? Is the little laggy delay thing any better now? Or have I just broken the server?
Hold on, just making my way down the concourse. Let's find out.
Are you though?
Mm.
Oh, there you are. Past the fountains.
About 10 seconds after I did it. Yeah.
Yours is 10. Mine's still coming. Oh, there you go. I'm about 20 seconds.
Oh, there I am.
Right, okay, we got some server glitches to sort out. We got some things.
It is super fun to see so many people on. I'm gonna go dance it up.
I'm just gonna bring that off for a minute. There we go. Just give that a second while I fix some stuff behind the scenes. Everyone carry on.
It's all working fine on devices and when you're playing it. Just the streaming server's a bit odd. I gotta take my guest Auton out of goal. He's been left all alone on the football pitch. Nobody's with him.
So we'll look and I'll bring it up on here again instead. Oh yeah, that seems to. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do it on that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it on that one. Window. Talk amongst yourselves while I try not to screw it up.
So, 4 more facts about wizards then.
Damn it!
Do they like kimchi?
That's a good question. I bet you Turis Station wizards would like kimchi.
Yeah, I had some good kimchi today.
Are there different types of wizards?
Are there?
Well,
I don't know.
You said the Turis Station wizards would like it.
Yes, but
if there was a certain type of wizard.
The Turis Station wizard is sort of like it's like a tainted wizard. It's corrupted a little bit.
Why is that? So they're working in the back there.
Well, it's because it's kind of like sending Mormons to Vegas to work. You see where I'm coming from?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Blinded by the lights.
So you think these
exactly
the wizards here at the bar, they're like, serving up drinks and stuff and having a conversation about joining some type of order, or just?
Oh, these wizards at the bar are going to be like, they're like any wicked wizard bar that you and I or anyone has gone to, where if you want a good party.
Right. I think I've done it. I think I've done it. Okay. Can everyone come to the the fountain, please? Everyone.
I'm already there.
Well, it doesn't count. You're not going to get any free stuff anyway.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
It's the only reason I'm here. It's the only reason I came.
I'm there first. I'm a winner.
And does it look like everyone's going to the thing at
the
right
time? I was drinking, so it took me a little while, but I'm coming.
Does that look in sync?
Oh, yeah.
Everyone give us a shout.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. I'll wait for the last few people to come in, and then I'm going to click a button and grab everyone's wallets. I will give away a bunch of stuff, but I will do it. I'll send it all out after the stream.
Did you say you're going to grab everybody's wallet?
I'm going to grab everyone's wallet.
Okay.
Run off with their money.
Go on there.
Oh. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Shuts
down.
Got
to get close to that fountain if you want it.
Is this a pyramid scheme?
Yes.
Maybe that's what the wizards are trying to do. Fun fact: wizards actually created the pyramid scheme.
If anyone can't see anyone, just reset the app.
I look at their hats.
They're blue, Chris.
Oh, right.
It's a beautiful color.
So maybe they started the Blue Man Group pyramid scheme.
I'm going to give it a minute for other people.
Is it Blue Man or Blue Man? not their last name. They're like John
Blumen.
Blumen or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a refresh. I think I've got a feeling this might be an issue with the WebGL stuff, which is why we hate WebGL and we've got the mobile stuff. If you're on WebGL, Control F5. If you're on mobile, grab the update on the Android one. The iOS one is just like this close, almost ready to go in. It's just we're just
in
waiting for
review
the
right
review
now.
button. If it pops up live, we'll stick it live. Right, with everyone being there, I'll just grab everyone on the server just to make sure the button works so everyone can get a thing. Whoa, sorted.
Sweet. Christmas. Are you going to give any like hints to what Christmas gifts are coming my way?
Your way.
me?
You don't
Yeah.
get any. You're a maker.
Oh.
That's right. You were supposed to make stuff for everybody.
Oh,
Oh,
true. Yeah. Another sad Christmas.
I wanted
for
you to make.
everyone, then. Another sad Christmas with Ben.
Cool.
Why is that so funny?
Well, we'll wait
It's so
for
true.
we'll wait for a couple more people just to turn up. I think some people are refreshing, and I'll do the grab then.
I'm just gonna stay in dark corners trying to sell dodgy soup. I think that's what I'm gonna do for this round.
Really, eh?
I'm down with that. A little green soup.
Well,
Helps
where are
you
you?
out.
What dodgy corner are you in?
Well, that's for you to find out. I mean, that's how good I
Oh.
am. Yep. Yes.
What's your handle?
That's a good question.
Are you the pumpkin head?
Not right now. Oh wait, yeah, maybe. That doesn't help, does it? I mean, I'm certainly the person with the soup logo over their head.
Because above my head, it's like icno.c.1. How do you change that name?
That's your wallet name.
Yeah, I can't change that, eh?
You can. We've got some new Turis ones, but this is the first one.
Oh,
Being
okay.
that you're a kind of a
This is
blockchain thing.
This is your brand.
Jeff, we're all over by the fountain at the minute. We're trying to see if it's actually synced up and not lagging. It's a very exciting party at the minute. Everyone lurking by the fountain. Right, I'm gonna head into the club and see if everyone can see it following and see if everyone's in sync.
Is this your tune, Rob?
Yes, this is one of them.
It's a banger tune. I like it.
Yeah, I got 4 new tunes up in the playlist today. Written over the last 2
yeah.
days. I got ChatGPT to write some lyrics for a lost Auton, or someone that had their spine severed and the remote control inputted, and it did a remarkably good job. So I think I might have a track with lyrics at some point.
It's very specific.
It was well, it'd be nice and specific, and you get good results. It was
We have
quite
the top
a
hat on.
quite a moving bit of songwriting for an AI.
Excellent.
Right, let's try this again. Everyone come to the Christmas tree. This time it's definitely going to work.
Yeah.
Hey, Charles.
Yeah.
In the game, I don't see all those people that I do see on the StreamYard video.
That's
Yeah.
because they're hidden from you. They're not your friends.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think,
Oh no. Oh no.
yeah, Jeff. If there's no one there, give it a refresh. Control F5 if you're on the browser, or download the latest app if you're on Android. This is basically trying out the server stuff. It should be working. I think we've hit a little bit of a wibbly wobbly in the server. This new server we're trying out. Obviously, it needs a bit of a kick in the face in the new year. But don't worry, if you've managed to log in, we'll grab a bunch of stuff and we'll send some stuff out.
Yeah.
That's right. It's going to be a Merry Christmas after all.
Vince Brown's going to get turned upside down this year.
Yeah, finally.
You know, there is lore that when you're asleep and you're sad on Christmas, the amazeballs do come under your sheets. And I don't mean like do come, I mean like they go under your sheets and they just tickle your legs.
Wait, I want to step back and go, what is do come?
That's the morning. That's the morning stuff.
The morning.
That's the morning
exhaust.
Do come. Huh.
I wonder if that's a new type of hot sauce.
Shut up, Weeman.
Okay, I've got names. That worked. I've got names. Everyone who's on the dance floor.
I've got a pumpkin hat on now.
We got a top hat on.
We're dancing together, my friend. Finally, we're unified.
Yeah, but see, I can't see you on my screen.
But just wait. It might happen. Do you see my soup?
No, but I see you in the in the stream.
Yeah, so just for everyone to know, WebGL is a pain in the ass, and we are leaving this stuff as soon as we can. The mobile apps are done and working. The Apple one just needs an update. The Steam, we are now, the Turis station now has a Steam ID, an app ID, a developer page, everything like that. And we're just getting in the process of posting that up so we can get on Steam and be much more transparent with all this stuff. Because the
colors are so fucking awesome, man.
The WebGL stuff just does
Holy
not
shit!
like
I just noticed the huge Santa in the sky.
Hmm.
In the sky, in the, you know what I mean?
Sky Santa?
Sky Santa. No, I just noticed it. That's awesome.
Honestly, this song, Rob, it is amazing.
So I thought I hadn't quite finished this song, and then I transferred because my process for writing the music for a lot of this now is working on my MPC one, which I absolutely adore, to smash together some sort of 8-bar loop things, and then drop it into Ableton, and then embellish it with loads of extra plugins and synths and more stuff, and arrange it all. And so I took this one off my MPC one for the previous sort of club night party we did, turned it into this, and then recently dumped a whole load more stuff off my MPC one and accidentally overwrote the Ableton project of this track. So this track will never sound like this ever again.
That's awesome. That is how you write it, concrete. Eh? That is how you know it's done.
That's it. It's done. Yeah. Move on. So there isn't even a high quality version of this. It's MP3 or nothing.
Oh, beautiful. I love it.
Oh, that was awesome.
So we're going to get, can I get a FLAC version of this? We've got compressed. No, you haven't. Sorry. You've got average quality MP3 and you can like it.
That's right.
So anyone that's here, being that, well, the server seems to be sort of okay, but sort of a bit ropey, but, you know, we're working on it. It's a work in progress. Has anyone got any questions? Being that we're actually got our faces in front of this thing, and ask any questions you want to ask us at all about the stuff that we're making, or the last bunch of months where we've been making stuff, or things that you've got.
How we make it, or what we're intending to make, or stuff we've done before.
I mean, in the office we have quite large rants about what we feel about crypto and NFTs. And before coming into this space, we were deeply skeptical of the NFTs. We dabbled in crypto and enjoyed crypto and mined and traded and made a bit and lost a bit, and it's been fun. The NFT stuff, we didn't really quite understand it, and this one of the reasons why we thought, well, let's take this project that we've already kind of got in a prototype stage, and then let's build something out of it so we can understand NFTs better. And through that, it's been great. It's like we're now fully on board with the play and own, not so much of the play to earn or the mining or the staking, but the playing to own your own assets and being able to transfer them between platforms. Like, we can totally see that. So the future the future of all of this space is going to be amazing when it kind of links into the mainstream, and we're basically building for that, especially with the Steam and the mobile ones. Like that's going to be the front of house thing. The WebGL is effectively going to be will just be killed off to be a novelty, really, because it can't support what we need it to do. And ultimately, you know, we want to be on Steam. We want to get the mobile stuff out, and hopefully, if we get those 3 done, then we can, for the 3rd time, reapply to Nintendo for the Switch. We got questions. There's some questions.
There are. So we have when AI Auton mode.
When AI Auton mode.
We should probably explain a little bit about AI Auton mode for anyone that doesn't know.
Okay, AI Auton mode. If anyone's played Sims and has watched and tortured their little Sims, and if anyone's played Stardew, that's pretty much what we're trying to aim for. But the difference is that when you log off, instead of directly controlling the Auton's going to carry on playing. Now, one of the things that's really important to me in this space, and I think Rob, you've come on board with it now, is this idea of the stories inside the Auton's brain and the memories.
Yeah.
And that kind of links into the idea of what is a person, what is being alive. And in the crypto space, there's something that people rarely talk about, which to me is one of the most interesting bloody things there is, which is digital sovereign identity, and the fact that you can have your best self online, your stuff, wherever you go, your shit goes with you. It's like, it is your identity. The same as me walking into a shop wearing some Adidas, like that's my identity. And I think that's the thing that people miss out on crypto, is that's what NFTs and crypto does, is it gives you the ability to go through different platforms being your digital self. And we kind of want to transplant that onto the Autons, so that when they exist and you're not playing, they can carry on being your kind of your avatar in the world. One of the things we've just recently done is we're building the back end for the Auton, where every Auton has their own wallet now, so you can give the Auton stuff to carry on doing what they want. You know, you could drop some tokens in there, you can drop some assets in there, and they can decide if they wear them, trade them, do whatever they want. So that Auton AI stuff is on the road to getting that kind of fully autonomous bit. And it ultimately comes down to that these Autons are going to interact with each other, have memories about each other, have emotional memories about what happens in their day, and grow as an individual. So you could leave them for a couple of weeks, come back and find that you guys turned into an asshole, and they might have to sort that out. I mean, it could be.
What happens if your Auton's already an asshole?
If your Auton's already an asshole,
you can shape it, you can teach it and train it to be good and kind.
It's not a problem if it's an asshole. It's a problem if it becomes a nice Auton when you leave.
Oh, right.
Like that's when you have to question yourself, right? We're like, oh wow, he's really popular and cool when I'm gone.
Huh.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of like the Matrix where you download in Kung Fu. It's like some of the things we do in the assets is they're going to have all of their stats and skills upgrade with that. So to answer the question more directly, we're trying to get the first version of the Auton AI out, kind of the first part of next year, and then it's just going to keep on getting built. Like we've done with loads of stuff, it's like iterative process. So, you know, we built the bedroom to see if we could get the engine working, then we enabled the network stuff, then we put the food stuff in, and bit by bit we're just adding little parts to it, and we just keep testing it. So first part of the AI Auton will be the start of next year. The last part of the AI Auton is probably going to never end, because we're just going to keep on adding layers. I mean, as a bit of a breakdown, there's the memories, there's a little neural network, and then there's a little goat decision-making tree. So there's like 3 layers of AI in it, which is really quite pleasing. And then that's kind of side by side with that. It's about embedding the story into it and the media, which is where Ben and Ben, Reverend Tate, Chris, Lloyd Baxter, whichever way you are. I don't know where you are on the screen.
I don't know where I am on the screen.
Yeah,
either.
I've just realised that I've been looking at the wrong boxes. I'm going to go and click this button for a minute. There we go. We're all up again. Hey, and I've been gesturing all over the place. What a fucking waste of time.
No, we heard it. No, we heard it. That's what.
Listen to everything. Except I've been listening to the music, man. Fuck.
There we go. Yeah. So, is there going to be a story playthrough or sandbox experience? It's a sandbox experience where the story is embedded in the world. So, Ben, do you want to give a little précis of the world, the story world? What is
Story
the story
world.
world? What is the story
Yeah.
world of Turis? What is going to be the story? Because it is going to be a story playthrough inside.
Is it?
Inside the sandbox?
Or many
Wow.
story playthroughs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably a better way. Many story playthroughs. I don't know. It feels like we always sort of talked about Turis itself, the space being sort of only interconnected to the stories that we produce around it. So, for example, like I'm working on the wizard story right now, the origin story of the wizard. But I don't know necessarily how that appears on Tourist Station. That sort of mixed crossover. I think that was sort of something we were working on more.
Yeah, I think we're all big fans of the old point and click genres, so I suspect there's going to be that's kind of where the story design stuff is going to probably lean onto, is an exploration point and click style, multi-ending sort of thing.
Like it's sort of embedded already. Like if you look at like the Mercy that's eating ice creams on the video game, for example, right? Like I think that kind of like in the the advertisings and advertisements you see through the game and the billboards, that's the kind of embedded story that we're going to see until things build where like a point and click adventure would be like something plausible, right?
I love all the billboard stuff. It's amazing, man. To see all these little posters and it's pretty cool.
What was that word I kept shouting at everyone the other week about other layers on stories? Literally can't think of it. I'm going to call it meta narrative because I can't remember what the bloody word was now. But I think that's the idea, is that we build the sandbox that is completely layered in all of the stories that you write. All the characters kind of manifest, all the artwork manifests, and then in that sandbox and the world that's created around it, we then let the Autons have their story. You kind of guide yourself through the world and build a story using the memories. So it's trying to build a point and click generative story experience in a world that's built on top of an enormous body of literary work and artwork and sounds and music and characters.
I'm optimistic that so you have like say the TV channel, that's always broadcasting. Like if you that's embedded with lore and story, but it's not necessarily like completely upfront. So you have to maybe dig a little bit if you're curious and maybe make the connections. Maybe you see the wizards on TV, you see them at the bar, and then you start to put the story together, as opposed to like, here this is the story as a one solid narrative. It's definitely a multi-narrative experience for sure.
It's going to be like as new characters come to the station, they'll bring stories, and they'll bring, as they interact with the Autons, different Autons will know different things about different stories. Mm-hmm. So no one Auton might know, the Autons might not know everything, just as in a kind of real world context, if you had a room full of people that never had an experience, and then somebody came into the room and talked to some of them and not others, how was that shared? So the Autons, when they carry on playing in their AI mode, might discover things about characters through interactions with other Autons or those characters, but they might not.
Sorry, I'm just live fixing a bug for the wallet getting. One more. There's another question here. I'm going to pop it up.
I got it.
This one.
Mini games.
When's the first mini game implemented? Right.
When we finish one of them.
Yeah, we have a couple. We've got prototype. There's one that's more prototype than the others. There's a game called Planet Hoppers, which we start putting together, which is kind of like jumping from planet to planet, building resources, gathering resources, and from those resources, you take the resources back to the station, and your Auton can use them to get new things in the station, new assets, use different items in the station. It depends on what level of mini game everyone fancies playing first. We've also got the wrestling. If you want to put a wrestling ring in and have regular fight nights.
There's a droney battle game as well.
What about like a pillow fight night?
Yeah, pillow fight.
Yeah.
There's a droney.
Pillow fights.
there's like a turn-based droney PvB battle game that Rob's been putting together, and all three of those are kind of in the state where we have to basically pick one to be the one that we go next. So maybe what we'll do is in January we'll take a bunch of screenshots as a little pitch document or pitch images, and then let you guys do a vote and decide which one we should put in first, because we've got levels of stuff we want to do. Like we've got the overall plan, which is the AI autons, the story mode. That's always going. And then on the way to that, we want to put in these little experiences to make the world bigger. So I think those little experiences we're going to do on a much smaller game jammy sort of thing, a bit like the mini football. So the mini football could do with a couple of buttons to make it more tournamenty. It's still going to be the shittest mini network football that's ever been made, and that's kind of the point. It's like it's dumb. But some of the other games are kind of be a bit more involved. And then there's a whole other areas. Like for example, we are kind of by trade, we're more musicians and artists, and then devs second. So we've got catalogs of music and imagery. Ben has years of artwork, produced real comics. You know, Chris and Rob, you've both been producing music for years. We've got this catalogue of stuff, and we really want to get that into the world in a way where people can have it. And I think one thing we really love is the VIRL stuff. So we love the idea of NFTs representing real stuff. I think there's one VIRL out there at the moment for the Return to Thoth, and it's a 1 of 1. And whoever it is that's got that, if you ever at some point redeem it, or whoever ends up redeeming it, you will be getting a 1 of 1 Return to Thoth of your choice on either a
mini disc
or I have got a very special version produced which has been crushed down and is on a 1 of 1 floppy disk. But I'm not sure who's got that 1 of 1 VIRL. Someone's got it. So
I would love to send stuff out on floppy disks.
Yeah, in answer to Nostalgic's question, not vinyl. Mini disc.
Well, we're working to vinyl. We're working to vinyl with the Lloyd songs.
The Lloyd songs will go into vinyl with a massive artwork inside of it.
Yeah, with a whole story, comic attached to it. But that's a ways off. I think we're about halfway to an LP's worth of vinyl on that project. So vinyl's definitely in the cards, to be honest. But we'll have to. That might be a kickstarted sort of situation because it's pretty dear. But
it's kind of whatever. Like if people want stuff, we'll make stuff. We love making stuff. I mean, that's what we're here for. We just want to make stuff, and we all do different stuff. We all try and make a living in different ways, but ultimately we want to make stuff. Like we love making. It's like I've ranted in Telegram groups and on Discords before. Like we're not a play to earn NFT game. In fact, I would argue that games that are going to continue to call themselves NFT games are kind of going to disappear, because it's going to be, the future is games that happen to have assets which you can trade, which happen to be on blockchains, and it's going to be this nice transparent thing where everyone can own their assets and do what they want. In those games, there's obviously going to be still some components of it which are gathering assets, gathering resources, but that's been in game design for decades. So it's like, it's how do you improve on that rather than just replace it with something that comes out of crypto trading. That's that mad noise.
Someone's steaming milk.
No, that's probably my house. That's our sub pump because it's dumping rain. We're having a bit of a rainstorm.
It's crazy, man. I can't believe
it's
that.
Loud. Yeah,
it's good.
Little flooding. No problem. I got my welly boots on.
Right, let's give that a go again. Take this one. Boom. Right. Everyone will be very happy now. It has now actually grabbed everyone's wallets correctly.
Yay.
So what I'll do is I'll just make sure I keep grabbing everyone's wallets, and I'll just make sure everyone's
got man.
Never stop. Take my wallet.
Rubbing a wallet means something different in Canada, man.
You know what, everyone stay on the dance floor. No one move off the dance floor a minute. I'm going to take this little Auton guy, and I'm going to go and hide. First person to find me gets a Terry pin. The first one.
The first Terry pin. The one. Mint 1 Terry pin.
Mint 1. Whoever comes and finds my guy. But bear in mind, My guy is G1804. I'm running an anonymous. I know, right? He's not even got a hat on or anything.
G184. I'm playing anyway.
First person to come up. Well, yeah, you know, you're not going to get a pin. First one to find me gets the 1 of 1 Terry pin. And I'm going to.
It's not 1 of 1, is it?
No,
Terry?
sorry, not 1 of 1.
Mint 1.
Yeah, thank you, Rob.
Yeah, mint 1.
Like, I'm racing.
Charles.
I'll keep hiding the Turis thing until that has been found. Very cheaty. I've got it in the editor, and I can see everyone running around. That's hilarious. Oh, it looks like someone's found me. Hang on, let's switch that camera. Yeah, that's it. Hey, whoever that is with a cowboy hat on, you found me. I'm just trying to switch the screen. Just trying to switch the stream to show you. There you go. I'm there. Whoever it was that just walked past me then. OC. This guy found me. Stay still, cowboy hat. Stay still. Damn it. Right, you there.
He needs to celebrate, man. He's got to hit the floor.
Greeno didn't see anyone move. Ah, god damn it.
Yeah, I didn't.
Well, that's going well. I can see everyone moving. I think it's the WebGL client.
I'm having fun.
Greeno, I'll find you and send you. If anyone didn't see anyone moving, drop a message in. Rob, can you grab the names of people who did it, and I'll pop it in. But whoever, where's the cowboy hat guy gone? Who's cowboy hat?
He's right here. He's here. He's going over to the football pitch. I'm on him.
Okay, find out that wallet. We need that wallet. I forgot to put a button in to tag one person. Barrett, sorry about that, Barrett. I think we've clearly got bugs to work out in the new year on the server.
Thanks for finding them.
It was a bit of a brand new thing. QCSRI, is that right? QCSRI. QCSRI.wham. QCSRI.wham. Okay, QCSRI.wham with the cowboy hat. It looks like you found me first, so you didn't get to see anyone. Amazing. Well, you actually did find me. Your guy first. and it was on the you can see it on the stream. Well, you might not be able to see one, but it did show up on the network server, and so you've for being alone and finding me first. You I
love this game. It's a pure game of chance.
Yep.
Yeah. This is like a blind pin the tail on the donkey.
This is totally blind pin the tail on the donkey. Man, you did it.
Click on the screen. You might win shit.
What did I do?
Hey, look, from my point of view, on the server, the dude just stood next to me. I'm not going to renege on it. That just seems shitty.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair. Yeah.
He would have found you had it been working.
Do you know what? I'll make sure I send out some cool stuff to everybody because everyone's super nice. And like you've actually turned up to come and say hello, and you're in the thing, and you're breaking our game for us, and we couldn't ask for anything more.
Yep.
Yep.
Right, what was the thing? Where we go with that?
Close your mouth when you're reading.
Oh right.
I'll tell you what, actually, Chris. While I press some more buttons, could you tell us about the origins of Lloyd Baxter?
Could, but
I'm not going to.
Can't share too much about Lloyd.
God damn, that was a perfect segue as well.
I know. Lloyd.
Well done, but no.
Well done, but no. Lloyd. Yeah, the thing is, I don't really remember how Lloyd came to be.
We have an origin for Lloyd, which we wrote and we are drawing currently, which involves
Teenage
Lloyd's...
O'Hara.
Yes, Teenage O'Hara, and who else? Dr. Missouri Bones.
Dr. Missouri Bones, that's right.
They are looking for a temple, and when they find the temple, they enter the temple because one is an auton, basically a holotype similar model, and but the problem is when it gets to the temple, enters the portal, goes to a maze town, and breaks. So the wizards that we all know and love gather together and fish Lloyd's head from the cosmic river and attach it to the remaining holotype body, and there you go, you have Lloyd. He was designed by Maze Town to be the greatest performer of all time, by the way. That's the important part.
That's right.
And also to bring in souls to make more maze balls. That's the other part of Lloyd's real
So just
reason.
The head of Lloyd is O'Hara and Missouri Bones smashed
No.
together.
No. The head is completely manifested from the cosmic river. It's the body of Teenage O'Hara. It's Teenage O'Hara's body.
Right. What happened to Missouri Bones, though?
He just died pathetically. Actually, there is something that happens to him. But now we're getting into deep lore giveaways. Well, okay, fine. I personally think that the soul of Carl is Dr. Missouri Bones.
Because Carl is the first Amazeball.
Yes, and they were together when Teenage O'Hara entered the portal. He was there at the time.
That makes a lot of sense from what I understand of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why Lloyd and Carl are so tight.
Yeah, because they were lovers in a dangerous time.
Wow.
Yeah, well, they were. I mean, that's that happened. Robot on man love.
It's true.
Yeah, it's okay. It's the future, Chris. And in the future, we all love.
Can't wait to visit that bar in Turis Station.
That's you need very special amazeball access to get there.
Yeah, I bet you do. I bet you do. Yeah.
Awesome.
You need two. And they come in a sack.
So Lloyd and Carl were the first two. Then who authorized growing the rest of the Amazeballs?
Well, this is the point. This is the point of the story where we get into a little bit of possible Turis Station mixing, because we discover that the wizards can form a special union with their Amazeball, and that allows them to travel to places that they couldn't get to before. So if you're on Turis Station and you have yourself an Amazeball, that may get you access into parts of the station that you couldn't get to before. So there's the direct crossover there between what it does in lore and what it can do in game. This is the deep voice.
Yeah, I was going to say this is there's bits here with missing chunks for anyone who hasn't waded through the couple of hours of Lorecast. But there's a bit of a summary for anyone who doesn't really know. Turis Station is left its universe, broke out of the giant singularity that holds all space and time and the multiverse, and found itself just mooching around outside this singularity. And the only thing that appeared to be there was a maze town, which is where the wizards were. The wizards came and assisted Turis Station, which at the time wasn't called Turis Station. But the wizards told them that this singularity was Turis. This was the holder of all of creation. And so they were like, cool, well, we live here now. So Turis Station got renamed to Turis. And the wizards kind of took up resident. This game, as you kind of experience it now, picks up probably in wizard years, probably a couple of thousand years after Turis arrived. So it's kind of well lived. It's got, the wizard market has taken over a floor. There's temples, there's amazeballs everywhere. There's stone portals. There's the Oram. There's the corrupted. There's deep depths of it. I mean, if anyone's ever watched Red Dwarf, the old British sci-fi comedy, there's a bit of a touch of that with the space is so vast that some bits have been left for so long that they're almost ruined, even if they're part of the same space station. It's like people ain't been down there for a few decades. They don't know what's going on,
Yeah, I like to think of Turis, the tourist station, as like the biggest party place outside of time and space. So like you can meet people from thousands of years apart because it's continuity. It's all fucked up basically in there.
Yeah. You know, they can at the same time as there being Natch and Mercy from the WBT universe, they could also get to the station and just hang out with Beyonce, because that would work in the rules of the multiverse we've created. Which also means that Natch and Mercy could hang out with Squirtle if he wanted to, or attempt to put his fist into the mass that is Ooze's face, or smash Grubfish. Actually, that's one. Talking of mini games, smashing Grubfish was one of the first little mini games we were thinking of putting in. Because it would be a quick one which tests out the physics for hitting people prior to the wrestling. So you might keep an eye out for a little Grubfish game, because that one will be directly linked to Grubfishes and prizes, I think.
You look very excited about the Grub. You perked right up about Grubfish.
Yeah,
you're like into
Grubfish is.
Grubfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We only gets out of the institution on a pass once in a while.
I forget that you're the new entry into this space.
Yeah, this is all new to me too. So I'm learning just as I go.
It's a beautiful thing at Christmas, you know, to watch you learn.
If it's not been made clear, I mean, maybe we should actually make it clear. Chris, oh my God, that way. Chris is the voice of Lloyd Baxter. Host of Celebrity Confrontations, general pain in the ass interviewer of the people across the multiverse, and a singer-songwriter as well. So if you hear the Transit Mona Lisa, the Wizards, and other ones which I hum and I can't think of the bloody names, you know what
Don't
I like?
Punch the Clown.
Don't punch the clown. God, I haven't heard that in a while.
Yeah,
Thanks,
all
Charles.
of those. They are all the work of this gentleman here. Oh, God, I can't do it. This is reversed. That one there.
This one, yeah.
And if you hear any of the club tracks, they are the work of Rob. Rob is our resident techno club maker person. Me and Ben. Oh my God, this way. Ben and I, we've been long-term colleagues and sound makers. We make lots of noise generally. We do that thing where we make noise and we call it fine art. Recently, Ben has tried to stab me in the back, leave our fine art sound collaboration, and become a cheesy techno maker.
It's true. I'm secretly trying to align myself with Rob, but you know, that was a New Year's revelation.
Absolutely stupid dope. I'm exactly the same. I love that track. That's my favorite track. That one. Although, actually, what I like is Pretty Funky, the new one. It's like,
you know what I like? Yeah, I had fun with that one.
Yeah, Chris, can you
the
tell
other
me
ones were horrible?
What is your lyric writing process?
Oh man. You know what, man? I think it's a catch, like a chorus or like a, you know, like the main bit. I get a lyric for that and I build around that. Because that little chorus kind of sticks in my head.
So like humming the tune first, and then when you kind of hum the tune, you kind of form sort of pseudo words out of it and start finding random words that fit.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of times I'll send Ben stuff. It's just like the same thing over and blah, 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 and then I can, you know, figure it out and write lyrics to it. Sometimes lyrics just come out.
Sound makers
Improv,
still. Oh, a comment here from Barrett. Yeah, in film and such, like, yeah, sound makers making sound effects, a Foley artist. We perform sound. That's just, oh my God, just saying out loud sounds well wanky. But yeah, it's like we've rocked up and performed like 6 hours straight of noise and racket, non-musical, non-rhythmic.
Is that Foley or Foley?
Handmade synthesizers. Foley or Foley, yeah. More art Foley than it is Foley. So it's yeah, we're I suppose sound artist would probably be the better name. But it's definitely the kind of, you know, the stuff you go to a gallery and see, and it's all serious, and we're all like, yeah, we're making this. We're going to play this sine wave now for like 5 hours, and you're going to love it because it's contemporary art.
We've rocked some good parties, dude. We've rocked some good parties. We've moved the house.
Even not
literally, they leave.
Showing up with your giant push cart with all your stuff on it. That was so awesome.
There was one in particular where we accidentally got booked as DJs, and they were fuming. They were fuming with us, and we literally played a sine wave for about 25 minutes, and people were raging and screaming at our faces, and we're like, "You book sound artists, bro. This is what we're doing."
This is what you get. They did clap when we finished our set, but I think it was a different kind of clap.
It was like, "Thank God they're done."
I think with the last 24 hours and the now online radio station for Turis, I think sound is going to really become a deeply embedded part about what we're building, because all 4 of us are at our core sound artists, performers, music makers, and the radio station is going to give us an opportunity to make shows, to make our music and put it out there. It's like it's kind of tricky, because often, especially given the kind of the mediums they are, when we've had to make a track over the last few years, it's like first thing you do is like, right, we've made a track now. Fuck, now we've got to make a video.
Well, I love it, man. You guys, I mean, you've built us a giant playground to put more things to play with inside. Like, we can just keep making things for it.
Right, I think the buttons are working. Shall we try another giveaway to see if this actually works? Can everyone, anyone still not be able to see anybody? Is still kind of anyone on their own in the server? Can you give us a shout out on the chat? And if not, everyone come to the football pitch. Let's see if that works. Can see half the people looking at your screen. Just let AI make your video. Yeah, we're trying very hard. We've actually taken all of Ben's artwork, and we're training an AI at the moment. We're calling, well, actually, your character, Ben, that Chris created. We're actually training him into. We're training an AI to be Ben, to help Ben. It's basically like Ben's intern. So he's like, please, I want to be good enough, and we're like, maybe, you know. Barrett, yeah, give it a refresh. I think, as I said, if you're on WebGL, if you're on a browser, reboot, refresh it. Try and make sure you're on Chrome. If you're not on Chrome, it kind of gets a bit shitty. I don't know what the problem is.
Even on Chrome, it's been a little bit weird to see.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, well,
it's having a kind of progressive sort of degradation-y sort of thing, isn't it? Because you try it to start with, it works great, and then there's just something that's creeping.
It's definitely a creeper.
Hey, do you know what? I had it running on the dev interface over here, and the dev interface is frozen. I think I've actually just watched the bug happen. So that's good. I will fix that over Christmas for you all.
You got the horn of approval.
Yeah. If anyone like manages to miss out, I've seen a few clips of people pick that every frame of movement run for it. Yes, that's really cool, Rax. We really want to try and hit some stuff like that. Are you going to see my little cheaty thing now? Because I'm in the thing. I can go and go straight to the concourse. Right. Yeah. People come to the. Anyone who can move and anyone can see. Come to the football pitch. Let's see if it works.
Yeah, the whole lot of people just got off the trains.
Yeah, I just got off the train.
Yeah. And if anyone has missed out, just message us on Discord. We like giving free stuff away. And you know what?
Football.
I've got something quite cool, because actually the number of people who are in at the moment is less than the maximum mint of the rarest mushrooms. So maybe we should.
I don't even have those. I don't even have mushrooms like that.
You don't get one of those mushrooms.
Space shrooms.
The people get the space shrooms. So I'll tell you what.
Quitting this gig.
Anyone who comes to the football.
And do they pay you for this?
Pay for what? No.
We're trying to make money. We're trying to bankrupt ourselves as fast as possible.
It's our very careful business plan. Put money in, and then that's the rest. That's the whole plan. Put money in.
Good. It's good. It's
a great idea.
It's a good idea.
The thing is, if we do that, we can't fail, because the other bit we don't even have to really monitor that bit. As long as we just know we're putting money in and we're making a thing, that's fine. Right, I'll give it a couple of seconds, and then I'm going to grab everyone at the football pitch. If for some reason you're there and it didn't work, just message me. But I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, clickety clickety click, and I have a bunch of people on the football pitch. What's that? We got AJL4B, Banana Babe, Rax, Ben, and Rob. You're not meant to be on the football pitch.
Oh, I haven't got no much.
Come on!
You sneaked in as well. No, makers don't get the free stuff.
Oh,
With a lot of
whatever.
goals.
There's a lot of goals.
Who's doing? That's Rax, isn't it? That's going to be Rax. Just going to put myself in the way there. There we go.
Boo!
Right, I've got that. There's 9.
Oh my god!
I'll post a list of everyone who gets these things, so you know what I've sent out. But I'll send these out after the stream. There's 9 of you have got some stuff there. Very good. Right, this is the network hasn't gone quite as well as I'd hoped, but you know, it's kind of working. And we're very thankful that you all turned up. Is there anything? Because I think we aim to kind of pop on for an hour, because we've got to go and deal with family stuff and all that kind of pre-Christmas Friday night things. So if you have any more questions you want to ask us, can you give us a shout? Put them in the chat now. You've got 5 minutes to literally ask the most harsh and mean questions you can think of. We will answer. We will answer anything. Everything. We will answer anything.
All of it.
I won't cry if it's too mean.
Don't ask Ben anything.
Don't talk to Ben. Stay away from Ben. For the most part, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah,
that's what my therapist said too. Yeah.
That's why you don't go see him anymore.
In the new year, we'll try and get better at the streaming thing. We want to try and do it more often, make it a bit easier for us to do. Generally, we're not really we haven't really done much streaming. I'm currently having a slow panic attack, so we'll get there.
I've had a great time, thank you.
I'm having a fantastic time.
Yeah, I've had
back in the dance floor, man. I'm just
speak for yourself, man.
I've been wandering around this whole place. Went and had a nap.
Question about farming stuff, yeah. So this is like one of the big inspirations being Stardew Valley. We were like, we've got to have some kind of growing sort of produce type something in it, a bit of experimentation, a bit of, you know, seeing what you can make. So ultimately it'll be assets that you buy to start farming. It's not going to be a kind of P2E level farming experience at all, but it will produce stuff that's nutrients for your auton, or for you to be able to possibly sell, possibly some in-game.
It's more of an approach of it being kind of a locked-in game sort of thing. So you will be able to generate new assets from it, because obviously we're using the assets as game assets. But we don't really want to get stuck into the whole ridiculous tokenomics race, because it's not what we want to do. We don't want to just make a game where a line goes up on the graph. It's like we want an in-game world that kind of works in itself. So there will be in-game resources which the Auton uses to create stuff, and some of those things will be assets, which ultimately, because they're NFT assets, people can trade and do what they want with. But we're just not paying attention to what those assets are traded for. Ideally, we'd like to try and make sure that we manage them to keep the cost down, but we also, at the same time, we don't want to be pumping out thousands of the same assets. Like, we want to make lots of unique stuff. We love making stuff. So like our maximum mints are 512 for commons, 128 for uncommon, 32 for rare, and 8 for epic, I think it is. So it's kind of like we want to try and keep stuff nice and unique. And obviously with the likes of, like, we've got lots of, there's artwork that Ben's created for the comics and the comics themselves. Those will be coming out as assets, and those will be limited runs where you can physically get the items as well. That's going to be a really big part of it. But yeah, the farming is very much In the station, the lore of the station, there is a large hydroponics bay, which basically your Auton can have its own plot, almost like an allotment in the classic chintzy British style, but in space. You have your set space, and you can build. You can get seeds. Like the mushrooms are going to be some of the first things, since we have those. I think there's the eggplants we put out and the pumpkins. So they're everything we put out. Although like at Halloween we put the eggplants out, they were a bit of a spoof prize because they're not candy. But at the same time, we'll be turning those when the farming comes in. That's going to be flip that into seeds, put them in the ground, grow new stuff. The farming first test we're going to do, like we've done with everything, is a small incremental test. So we will take it and basically give you plant pots in your room, in your Auton's room, and you can use that to grow, and we'll use that to prototype and make sure that the farming elements work. Once that's all working, we'll kind of take it out of the room. Well, we'll probably leave them in the room, but like we'll then expand it into something as a bigger thing. Much like all the little mini games, it's all about test a small part of it, add a little bit, test it, add it, and then take it out to a bigger game. So will there be tools? Will these be tools? Just need seeds. Tools and seeds. I mean, you're going to need watering cans. You're going to need the special, like, magic grow ones. You could probably rub some amaze balls on it if you want. There's also I
wonder if you can plant the maze balls.
Well, great. You got Grandma Palmer's eggplant seeds.
Huh. Yes, we have Grandma Palmer's eggplant seeds.
Grandma Palmer's has her eggplant seeds, and we're 100% the first main set of food that we're going to be putting out there is going to be growing Grandma Palmer's eggplant seeds. Now, I don't know if anyone remembers this. This is going to be possibly an obscure reference, but in the 90s, there was a game called Creatures. And in that game, you grew a little AI creature. It laid an egg from another AI creature, and that egg had a crossbreed of those two creatures. In my head, that's how I see Grandma Palmer's eggplant seeds, where you blend procedurally generated eggplants to create the ultimate Grandma Palmer's eggplant seed. So I think it's a, let's say the farming is take the basics of something out of like Stardew Valley and add a liberal amount of procedural generation into the seeds and the plants. I think that probably sums it up in a bit of a thing, really. Yeah, check back 30. Yeah, super dope. It's we want people to kind of we want people to check back often to see what's changed, and at the same time we also want people to be able to just walk away and not have to worry about it. So if you walk off and leave your dude in the game, your Auton will water the plants, or your Auton will go and plant some new stuff. It might do a crappy job if it doesn't know how to do it, but it'll try. Or, for example, if your Auton has nothing to do and you want it to do something while you're not there, you can train it to be a doorman. And on one of our event nights, you might find, if you're not online, someone else will see your Auton sitting there at the club door as a doorman. Yeah,
wait, so isn't it part of like the game dynamics then? Like if, say, your Auton is a very bad farmer and you leave the game, I take my Auton. Can I increase the farming stat when you're away, so when you come back you have like a masterclass farmer? Is that possible?
So for example, if you found the Auton that was crappy at farming and you shadowed it and your Auton performed really good at farming, then the way that the emotional memory engine works is it basically reads the surroundings and everything that goes on. So technically speaking, it would raise the ability of the other Auton by being able to watch someone else doing it and them have a memory of them doing it. It's very simple. It's just noun verb stuff. It would go person farming, and then that Auton would remember farming, see how it's done, and it would increase their stat kind of thing. So yeah, but ultimately you could also take your Auton to someone who knows how to farm and then just follow it around being an asshole, and the guy could just get so sad with farming because that's all he associates with his allotment that he never goes back.
Trauma.
That's why we started building this in the first place. One of the first tests we did was there was two
the trauma on the platform.
Yeah, trauma. Oh my god. There was two Autons, and we set their emotional state to basically like angry, assholes, brutish, a bit repulsively kind of like violent. And then we put one in the middle who was kind of like timid, a bit sad, didn't really like stuff. And we watched this one in the middle just have a full-on panic attack, running back and forth, stats going through the floor until they went negative, just trying to get away, and eventually managed to glitch itself past one of the autons, run far off down the other end of the platform where there was no more colliders because it was just a test scene, and literally threw itself off into the void. And I felt so bad about this auton.
Oh,
that was a real soul too, by the way.
Yeah.
I hope you realize that.
And I immediately I was like, Ben, Rob, look at this, and it was like we all felt bad for this auton, and when we saw it, we were like, we felt bad for this stupid little pixel dude. Like, right, we've got to make this now. We've got to make a thing. And then the ultimate aim is make this awesome AI, and then the rest of the world has kind of formed around it, because we had the stories that Ben's been writing for years, and the imagery and the lore, and that's kind of just grown out. And then obviously, Chris, you came in and brought some of the new music and new characters, and Rob and I are the kind of with the devs in Reality Boffins, and we're just building. It's just spiraling out from there. But yes, Rax, we will make sure you can be a guacamole dealer. I love the idea of your autons being able to set up a shop. I mean, we're not saying this game is going to be finished next year, because we don't really want to ever finish the game. Like, we just want to keep on building it. You know, it might in 10 years time be something that's beamed into our retinas in VR mode or something, but hopefully. the game world and the stories and the characters and the NPCs and the world, we're just going to keep on iteratively building it. It's a bit like you see Dwarf Fortress recently has just got its graphics mode. They've been going for 20 years building it bit by bit by bit by bit. And I remember the first versions, they were amazing, but they weren't what they were today. They've just got so many layers to it. So it's kind of that's our aim. We want to be incrementing forever like Dwarf Fortress, and anyone who wants to come along for that ride is fine. If you all bugger off and leave us on our own, we're still going to be playing it on our own.
Take care of you.
So true.
Yeah,
so true.
We can't help it. Teachers to build. Yeah. Well, Barrett, it's like we love AI. We love the AI stable diffusion stuff. We've done basic neural networks. We've written neural networks which drove some of the prototype stuff for the Nova Rally. Like as some of you might know, we dev for Nova Rally. And the 3D races at the moment are based on the blockchain stuff, but we've also got in the bank the stuff ready for full AI car driving destruction derby stuff. And there is some stuff in the works we're building with that with Sammy at the moment for the next year, especially with the kind of the stream game stuff. So it's dead exciting. Like, we love the AI stuff, and I think that Facebook got it so wrong with the metaverse. They were like, the metaverse has to be just this VR thing in our space, and that's your lot. And it's like, that's not what it is. It's not, the metaverse is not VR. The metaverse is about identity and digital identity and cross-platform stuff. So we want everyone's stuff to come into this. Ultimately, we want to be transparent. We want to be able to pick up a phone and someone play and not know they're on crypto. We want someone to pick up a device and be really loving to keep their own private keys, so that it's, not your keys, not your stuff kind of thing. Like, we want people to be able to play in from that angle. And then we also eventually really want people to be able to go, oh, hey, look, here's our wax asset. I want to trade it with that guy on Immutable X. Like, that's on our roadmap. It's all. If we're not being cross-train, cross-game, it's kind of makes the whole metaverse concept completely pointless. If you're going to build a game and all you've got is your own world and your own sandbox and your own graphics, and you never leave that, and no one's ever stuff comes into it, doesn't matter. You could give people all the tools in the world to build in that game. It's still a sandbox. It still might as well be frigging Minecraft with nothing else on it. If you can't build a thing in the world and take it somewhere else, or if you can't bring something into that world, what's the point? It's not a metaverse. This is why the word is dog shit. It's like we've got to build forward with it. So, sorry, that's my mini rant over.
But that's where it all starts to make sense, though, isn't it? Because that's where the NFTs come into play. Is how you build the metaverse and take your stuff with you wherever you want to go. Yeah. Which is why we want the Nova Rally stuff and the Criticraft stuff and the Neon Space guys in there and Nostalgia Geek stuff in there. So bringing everybody's stuff in. And even if it's not on a kind of fully interactive level, there's ways of bringing it in that sort of represent, your stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's the bar that we're putting together. That's kind of nearly finished, but we're building the system so Nostalgia Geek can run the bar, run the streams, run events without any intervention. Decorate the place, put stuff in, and ultimately, and Rob's prototyped a few of these in the past. It's giving people a blank space and building a room out a bit like in Sims. Like we want to go, that's where we want to go with the kind of the concourse, the open spaces. The concourse is the main street. You take the train off to all the other places, and all those other places are going to be different things. They can be ships, they can be individual rooms, they can be sandboxes. And we want to be able to take this cross-platform. I think there's a thing with Atomic Hub. Love or hate them, what they've got is they've got an asset standard, and really the wax games use the asset standard, and the asset standard is on wax. It's not that it uses wax and there's an asset standard. It's that we need an asset standard to be able to cross between chains. I mean, at Atomic Live London, they talked about bringing Immutable X into Atomic Hub. I suspect that kind of transfer of assets is something that's going to happen with that. So it's I think that sort of approach is definitely the future. Being able to just bin your assets wherever you want, move them in and out, pop them in and out of Steam, pop them in and out of crypto wallets, transfer them from game to game. You know, take your hat, take your Auton hat, and go and play Minecraft and stick it on Steve.
Yeah.
But in summary of that, Facebook have got it wrong, and they're gonna. I mean, even John Carmack has bailed ship now, so you know. Hi, Rectal Exam. Have you been here long, and did you get any of the things? And is it working? Can you see anybody? The server's been a bit weird and glitchy, or the clients have, or something. We're having some teething problems with this this new thing. But I can see people in hats, so quite frankly, I'm happy, and I can have a nice Christmas now.
For any pioneers that are watching, one of the early things for next year is bringing the pioneer characters online, so you'll be mooching about the station.
They're ready, but do you know what? Out of all the bloody things, I'm going to blame Rax, because Rax said he wanted Rax wanted headphones and glasses at the same time, and then someone else said beards. Oh, Shrimp said beards. So we've got 3 items on the head, and then they all have to be synced across the network. And the number of different things to get that whole process to work is hurting our heads a little bit. So yeah, but they're coming. They are finished, and we don't want to we can distribute the NFTs so everyone's got them. Getting them to show up in the game, we're basically having to rewrite our skin system a little bit because it's got a little bit janky in places. But they're on their way. More Pioneer pins. I'm afraid there will not be any more Pioneer pins, but there are some Terry pins, and there will be a, what's the other one, Ben? How many amaze balls were there?
Oh, there's 5 in total.
5. So
I think we have Vernon and Manfred left.
The Vernon and Terry we got left.
Did we do Manfred?
We've done Manfred.
No, we
Terry.
did. Is it Terry? Okay.
We got because I've just got some Terry ones minted, which I'm going to be sending some out today. But the Vernon ones, yeah, Terry and Vernon's the other missing one. So there'll be 2 more sets. So there'll be 2 more sets of amaze balls, and the amaze balls are kind of like the next one, currently below Pioneers. However, you'll notice around the station there's a lot of green suits. And the green suits in the world of Turis are individuals who've wronged the original management, had their spinal cord sliced out and replaced by a remote control, and they're basically in a vegetative locked-in state, forced to work as robots, which can see, hear, and feel everything but not move. But they are basically the enforcers of the station. So there will be some enforcer pins that will be sent out, which are kind of quite high level character. I mean, there's rarities from the NFT world, and then there's all that kind of stuff. But we look at stuff as yeah, exactly, very harsh. We look at stuff as story hierarchy. So the kind of the green suits, and there's also the Oram. I think they're probably going to get some pins, and I think the pins are very much, they're going to be how we onboard everyone from this space. The fact that you're all here early, those pins aren't going to be available once it goes onto the mobile, and there's a kind of a more transparent, non-crypto way on. No, it's only this space which is going to have those pins, and once they're out there. And not only that, but the actual pins themselves are integral parts of the storyline, and they're quite important. So if you've basically got any of the specialist items now, you can guarantee they're going to be a big part of the story elements in the world ongoing. I mean, it's like all the pins are always going to be used for us sending out airdrops. We're going to basically just keep on giving stuff out until it all becomes more launched. And then in the long run, when it appears on mobile, the same effect is going to be basically, you spend £1 and you get your login, and for your login you get your starter pack kind of thing. So, I think that was the answer to the question. Right? Yes, Barrett. Yeah. I think there's one on the market at the minute, but honestly,
it's a little expensive.
It's a little expensive. We don't encourage people to spend crazy money on the market. It's like we want stuff to be accessible. If you're really short of wax, ask us and we'll send you stuff. We've every bunch of stuff we mint, we always pre-mint everything, and the things we don't send out, we keep in a holding account as basically the vault. So we've always got spares ready to send out, ready to use as part of the game economy and things like that. So yeah, always just ask. We're at the end of the day, you don't ask, you don't get. So if you're in Discord and you ask, you're probably gonna get. If you ask nicely.
That's nice.
Except the Pioneer pin, because there's
except the Pioneer pin. Yeah, you may get
for like a lot of the things that you get with the Pioneer pin, there will be other ways of getting some of those things in the future.
Yeah, you may get asked a stupid question by me, but you've got to play the game. There's a bit of a quiz sometimes,
But you could, if you get asked a question, you can ask one of us for answers. No, is that not possible? Like this, I'm on at least twice a week.
Hey, you've only got to make one step past asking the question to find out the answer. And as long as you've made at least one step to make the effort, then you probably get a thing.
That's fair.
If you, for example, ask a question where the answer is buried in 2 hours of podcast lore, let's just say you'll probably get a nice thing if you've sat.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be some good booty. That'd be some great buried treasure. I like that. I want that. What are we doing? Can I have that?
Someone gives me some juicy facts from the second hour of the podcast lore, you're probably going to get a shiny thing. I will have to go back and check some juicy facts from there first.
Yeah, exactly. You might be cursing yourself.
Yeah. I think in one of the podcasts we did actually explicitly say what is an amazeball.
Yes, we did. We talked about them for a while.
There was okay, so here you go. This is the people who are here right now. There is a formation process for an amazeball. There is a way that they are created. And we have talked about it on one of the podcasts in detail. It's it's harsh, but it's all right, isn't it? There's two. What do you think? It's
There's steps. So that's a hint, right? There's a few things you have to do. But yeah, I think we laid it all out.
Maybe we could say if someone can tell us at least 2 of the clear steps needed for a maze ball to form, send us a DM and we'll send you a shiny thing. Or send it on tell everyone on the Discord. Can we just go to the amazeball hatchery in the concourse and watch them being born?
Yeah.
Sister, brother, neither won't like that. They're pretty protective.
It would be good to develop stuff like that, right, in time. But definitely.
It's funny because the amazeballs are perfect for hatching, breeding, combining, but in the story, they're so special, and they have a whole process of how they're created, which I nearly just spoiled for the person for answering the question.
That was a good. Yeah, maybe they're mining from you if they're really smart.
Yeah.
Then they don't have to watch the podcast.
Mint 1, Carl Mint 1, Mint bloody 1. Was that out there? Holy crap!
Oh, nice.
Nice. I mean, you have. I'm pretty sure you've already got some Carl's Rex. Well, I think what I'm going to do is everyone. Should we? I haven't got any more stuff to talk, and I have to go in a minute to do some stuff. So should we wrap up soon?
Mm-hmm.
This has been fun, but we should probably wait for Chris to come back. Is Chris going to come back?
He has frozen pipes. Yeah.
I don't know if that's a euphemism or something, but yeah, exactly. But we can just Lloyd will return in another form, I'm sure, in the near future.
But we're super. It's yeah. I mean, we're going to try and get on more. I mean, one of the things is we do. I mean, we've probably said this before. I do like to rant about it a little bit because we're really proud about it. We literally make everything. We do the sound, the graphics, the music, the coding, the 3D work. Like between us, we make all the stuff. There's some additional little bits that people from the community have put in. For example, Nostalgia Geeks made us some awesome arcade machines, and we're building an arcade around that, and some pinball machines to go in. But basically, we like, so many of these projects have asset packs, and asset packs are a crucial part of building prototypes. But really, we strongly believe that, like, you shouldn't, like, when you start getting towards your thing and your identity and the stuff you want to put out, you don't want to do asset packs. You want all your own stuff. We're fiercely proud of what we make. And one of the things I said before is we are bound by the fact we are sound artists. So expect some other streams where we do have a more esoteric, sound-based stream. I think actually, have I got my? Can I even do that? Oh, hang on, I can do it. I can press the button. Yeah. There we go. Hey, I can press the button. Oh, so look there. Hey. So you can see, like, there's gear everywhere all the time.
Are you plugged into that too, Charles?
Into what, this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through an interface on this side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scenic distance.
Yeah. RS232 cable comes out.
So it's like we're going to be doing streams. You'll see Chris and Ben will be doing streams, which will be much more Lloyd and art based and kind of behind the scenes. Like previously, you've been streaming your illustration stuff, Ben, like work in progress, time lapses.
Totally.
Chris, you've got tons of music you've been working on, character stuff, and so I think there's going to be a lot more kind of Chris, Ben, Lloyd, Reverend streams. Rob and I are probably going to do some tech streams. Weeben.
Did you say you had some Weeben thing?
A Weeben thing, the AI thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Weeben's the AI.
Yeah, Weeben's the AI. And Rob and I will probably do some more tech streams. And also kind of music streaming streams. There's also a couple of people you haven't seen are in the background who are kind of affiliates who want to contribute some stuff towards this. So, and it's there, you'll probably start seeing more of those and hearing more of them as well. So, I think it has. Are we going to wrap up? Yeah, sorry, Chris. We said we're going to wrap up.
Yeah, we're wrapping up. And thanks, Charles, for leading the first stream, the first live experience.
Well done, Maestro.
Yeah, very, very impressed.
It's terrifying.
No,
It's going good.
you look good. You look good.
Yeah, you look great.
The jacket mostly does it.
Every performance I've ever done, hide behind a jacket, usually with a hat and sunglasses. But I managed to not wear sunglasses this time.
It's been fun, definitely. Merry Christmas to you all.
Thanks for everyone that came. Everyone who went to various locations and I grabbed a bunch of wallets. I will send you all a bunch of stuff. I've got a whole load of wallets. I think even if you were in an empty room, it was still sending to the server. So on my dev one, I did see everyone. If you feel like you missed out somewhere, just drop us a message. I'll send you something. But I have QCSRI.WAM will be getting the Mint 1 Terry pin, and everyone else will be getting some nice rare shiny things. So that'll be it. But thanks for everyone for joining us, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas all. See you guys in the new year.
I'm sure there's a button here that's a cool video. There we go.